Hi and welcome to A World of Words. I'm Vanessa and today I'm doing a book haul. So I don't normally do a lot of book hauls on this channel because I don't normally buy a whole lot of books, but lately I've been going to the thrift store and I have gotten so lucky with books that I found at the thrift store. They seem so interesting. And then every time I go up to the register with what I think is probably $10 worth of books, it turns out to be that everything's half price. All of these books were originally full priced at $1 to $3 and I got all of them half price. So basically for all of these books, and I have 12 books today, I got them all for about $10. So that's crazy. So I thought I would do a book haul and show you all of these awesome books. There are some that are really well known, and that's why I got them, because I wanted to read them, and then others that I have never heard of, but they looked really cool. I also have a crazy mix of genres. I have everywhere from middle grade and fantasy to adult and contemporary, and I'm gonna get right into it. First off, I was super excited the other day to come across Percy Jackson and the Battle of the Labyrinth and Percy Jackson, The Last Olympian. You've heard me talk about these on my channel quite often. I read them from the library and these look brand new. They were each $1 and I am beyond excited to have found them because I'm trying to collect all of the Percy Jackson books since I love them so much. Or basically anything by Rick Riordan I will buy if I find it at the thrift store. So these are amazing. I was so happy to have them. I've already read them both and talked about them both on April and March. I talk about both of these books, or I think the first book in each of those wrap-ups. And they're in perfect condition. They look amazing. I'm kind of sad that they don't match, that my series are not going to match, but if I find them for this cheap, it's worth the not matching thing. So I was beyond excited to find these. Next I have this random book called Myths and Legends. First off, it's got a beautiful cover. It is very thick and really heavy. I don't know what it's made of, but it's myths and legends from around the world, and it's got pictures in it. The print is gigantic on this thing, so I'm pretty sure it's for kids. But I thought it looked really cool. You know how I love myths and legends. They have a lot of stuff that I've never heard of before, which is part of why I wanted this. Because even though it's not super in-depth on any particular story, I don't think, it will give me a good idea of if I'm interested in finding out more about the story, so then if I am interested in something I can go and look it up elsewhere and get more detail on it. So I thought it would be a really good light reference to myths and legends and just a really fun, interesting thing to read. Next I have The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. She's the author of To All the Boys I've Loved Before, and I really want to read that series. I've heard good things about this one as well, so I'm really excited to read it. I think it's just a classic cute summer love story, so really excited to see what this one's all about. The next book I have is The Truth About Forever by Sarah Dessen. I've only ever read one book by Sarah Dessen, and that is That Summer, which I didn't 100% love, but that was because all that was on the back is this. I thought it was advertised as a cute summer romance. It was not a romance at all. The writing was really good in it, but it was 100% a drama. There was no romance. So I was kind of disappointed about this book, but that was all because of the marketing and not the writing. So I decided to give Sarah Dessen another chance because I know a lot of people really love her. And I think I've heard of The Truth About Forever. I've never actually read it, but I'm pretty sure this is one of her bigger ones. I could be wrong. And this is, again, I think just another cute summer high school romance, or not summer romance. It says summer right on the top there. A long hot summer. So another summer romance. So that's actually really timely since it's summer that I have these summer romances to read. I'm excited to see if this one is any good, and it also looked like a lot of these are in really nice condition. I have some coming up that aren't in such great condition, but there's stores in my area, because these are from a couple different ones. They've been having great selections on them. And this has a Borders tag on it, which makes me sad because Borders doesn't exist, and I absolutely loved Borders. Moment of silence for Borders. I think I'm most excited about this next book out of all the books that I found because I never heard of it before, but it sounds so good. And that is The Looking Glass Wars by Frank Better. So at first I was attracted to the spine because it was shiny and golden. And then as soon as I turned it over, I realized this is an Alice in Wonderland retelling, which, if you don't know me, I love retellings. I love retellings. The myth, Alice Liddell was an ordinary girl who stepped through the looking glass and entered a fairy tale world invented by Lewis Carroll in his famous storybook. The truth is that Wonderland is real. Alice Hart is the heir to the throne until her murderous Aunt Red steals the crown and kills Alice's parents. To escape Red, Alice and her bodyguard, Hatter Madigan, must flee to our world through the Pool of Tears. But in the pool, Alice and Hatter are separated. Lost and alone in Victorian London, Alice is befriended by an aspiring author to whom she tells the violent, heartbreaking story of her young life. Yet he gets the story all wrong. Hatter Madigan knows the truth only too well, and he is searching every corner of our world to find the lost princess and return her to Wonderland so she may battle Red for her rightful place as the Queen of Hearts. This sounds really cool. Alice in Wonderland retelling, magic, Victorian London. It sounds awesome. I'm so excited for it. Next we have Meg Cabot, Party Princess, The Princess Diaries, Volume 7. I think it's one of the later ones. I forget how many books are in this series. Basically, it's Princess Diaries. I've read all of the Princess Diaries, and I keep seeing them randomly at the thrift store, so I pick them up whenever I see them. It's just a habit of mine. Eventually I'll have them all. Right now I have 3, I think. Luckily I know which ones I have. I have 3, 5, and now 7. So it's just a habit for me to pick them up whenever I find them. And Princess Diaries is hilarious. If you like girly first-person books, you'll probably like Princess Diaries, and Meg Cabot is one of my favorite authors, so I always have to grab her books if I see them. Next is The Cry of the Ice Mark, the first book in the Ice Mark Chronicles by Stuart Hill, and this, I do believe, is a middle grade fantasy book, and it's about this girl who, she's 13 years old. The entire kingdom rests on her shoulders. Oh, she must become a warrior, but the thing that really sold me was that she has a fragile new alliance between snow leopards, vampires, and wolf folk, and an intense young wizard who is her friend. Snow leopards and vampires and wizards? This sounds really awesome, so I can't wait to read this one. It sounds like too much fun. Next we have the Jane Austen Book Club by Karen Joy Fowler. This is the movie tie-in cover. I watched this movie, and this movie was really cute. It's about a group of women who have a book club for Jane Austen books, and then like this guy joins in, and the main character has a romance with the guy, and things aren't as they seem, or something. Someone lies to somebody, I'm pretty sure, as all romantic comedies seem to be. I don't remember the movie all that well, but I remember enjoying it, so I was like, why not read the book? And it's kind of funny that someone else bought it at bargain price for $4.98, and then it ended up at the thrift store for like, well, it was $1, but I got it for 50 cents. Next we have The Last Song by Nicholas Sparks. Oddly enough, I have seen almost all of the Nicholas Sparks movies. I haven't actually read a single book by him though. And my friend says that if I'm going to read a Nicholas Sparks book, I should read The Last Song, because she said it was better than the movie, and she said, like, I think she's read a couple Nicholas Sparks books, and she said that The Last Song is her favorite one. He's such a famous author, I feel like I should have read something by him, but I don't normally read, like, adult serious drama books, and his movies are kind of serious dramas. I like to watch drama movies. I don't always read drama books unless they're, like, cute and funny. It's another summer book. It's so perfect. Next we have The Beyonders by Brendan Mull. And can we take a moment to appreciate the fact that this book has a holographic cover? Can you see it? That's awesome. I believe this is a middle grade fantasy about, yeah, basically it's in this fantasy world where like something has happened and there are no longer any heroes, and this guy, this kid from our world ends up there and gets involved with stuff, and then he meets someone else who's also from our world and has ended up in that place, and they somehow have to like become the heroes to like save everyone, essentially, seems like what it's about. So this sounded really good, and holographic cover, and basically they have to save a world without any more heroes, and it just sounded really fun and exciting, so decided to give it a shot. And finally we have Legacy by Kayla Kluber. This is a YA fantasy that involves a princess. She's like betrothed to somebody who she doesn't want to marry, and then she meets an intruder who is at her age and beautiful. There's a dark legacy, and it's a mystical world of court conspiracies and blood magic, and loyalties will be tested, and courage won't be enough, and the battle begins for everything she holds dear, and her love may be the downfall of the kingdom. And so it just sounds like something I would enjoy. I've never heard of it before. I think it's a couple years old. I don't know. It's from 2009, so it's a few years old. And yeah, it just sounded really interesting, and it's got a cool swirly cover, so it sounds cool. I'll let you know how it is. That is all the books in this haul. That was a lot of books. So if you're interested in reading any of these books as like a buddy read with me, that would be really cool, and you can just let me know. Because of course I own these books, so I can read them pretty much whenever. I don't have to return them to the library, which is always kind of stressful because I wanted to do a buddy read, but then I also have to worry about like getting it from the library in time, and like I might have to return it. Please let me know if you have read any of these books and your thoughts on them in the comments below. That would be really helpful. If there's one of them that you want me to do a review on, especially a live reaction review, let me know as well, because I will totally do any requested reviews if you want to. Just let me know and I will definitely do that if you are super interested in an in-depth review of any of them. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I upload new videos on Mondays. Please subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. And thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye!